Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday's live stream, Beardy's Funnies, where we build anything we want as long as it's got a connection to something funny or funny element to it. I'm joined today by my two gracious hosts, Winona Ryder and Steven Spielberg. For those that been on Channel 4, know that that's complete bull, and it's actually Tiff and John. Good morning, guys.
Hello.
Morning.
How are you? God, I can't make all the conversation. How are you two?
You go first, Tiff.
I'm all right.
Excellent. I am fine. Yourself?
I'm good. Had any little accidents lately?
Yeah. So the previously finished Pocker D7 has a bit of wing separation going on. I was transporting it in the car down to the local model shop to put in the cabinet there, and my daughter threw something in the back seat and
really doesn't want to stay on that wing, does it?
Nah. I guess to do it a third time. But I'm just like, we're about, between here and the first roundabout, and just like, I have to turn around. I just looked at the back window and said, no, I'll keep going. Anyway.
Yeah. You ever thought of making it into a monoplane?
It really wants to be a monoplane, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It wants to evolve.
Negative modelling. Something else to fix. All right.
Yeah. How about you, Tiff? You okay?
Yeah. Just kind of annoyed that I still haven't been able to get my primer to be able to prime my models for today, but I'm good.
Well, I might be upsetting you in a minute. Because I've just had a delivery.
Oh, yes?
Yes. I need my knife first, so. Knife.
That my camera doesn't seem to want to bloody focus again.
Oh, well, it's not even on, so I wouldn't worry.
No.
Let's have a look. Ooh, that's a big box for.
That's what he said.
It's a big box for a little bit of bubble wrap.
What do we get? Oh,
it's well wrapped.
Cucumber.
Yeah, or something like that.
There's a primer in it.
Really?
One-shot primer.
Ah, transparent primer.
Oh.
So it dries clear. And the reason I got that is because I got that dragon to do, which is the ghost dragon, which is clear plastic. And what I'm going to do is prime it with that, then paint it with transparent paints, and I'm going to put lights inside it.
Cool.
So that it glows in different colours, which I think will look pretty cool. So that was all right, actually. I think it was £8 for the bottle. It's hard to find. They had one bottle left. Chuck that over there. Right. So, anyone who's watched this live before knows what I'm doing. I'm doing the flip. Switch the camera. Didn't mean to do that. There you go. Doing the golfing off the submarine shot from Dan Periscope. John, what are you doing?
I'm doing a mini art 35th scale Kugel Panzer in the style of a cricket ball. So that kit there. And I want to see if I can make it look like a cricket ball with stitching around it and stuff. We'll see how that goes.
Have you got any Australian kangaroo decals on spare?
Well, yeah, one comes in this kit, funnily enough.
Ah, there you go. So are you putting that on the outside of the cricket ball?
I don't know. So a couple of big roos.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm thinking I might do something else. I might have a go at like a kookaburra or something. I don't know. I haven't thought that bar ahead. Okay.
Do the kangaroos, and then you can put it on the sandpaper.
I might. Time will tell. Yeah, invert that tray.
Yeah.
There we go.
What are you working on, Tiff?
The chat.
Yes, good point. You're modding. Speaking of the chat, so you're doing the internals, are
you? Yeah.
Cool. Dieter's put pink wavy hands. Laugh out loud comments keep disappearing, but I saw Darren only an hour ago in here. Yes, me did. Yeah. Tiff says, hello all, shall be with you soon. Just putting some clothes in the wash.
Mm-hmm.
Julian, morning Hagrid and Tiff. I said, okay, okie dokie, spanner in chief. Because I'm not at all insulting. Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people.
Yeah, Duke.
Dieter says, laugh out loud, Mikey, spanner in chief. Nice one. Thank you. Jim, good morning to all in chat. Hello, Jim.
Hello.
Phil, good day. Hello, Phil. Jim, good morning to our gracious hosts. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Jim says, good day, Duke. Kieran, morning, everyone. Good morning, Kieran. Jim, greetings, Kieran. Kieran, good morning, Jim. Dieter, John. I told you should have left that wing as it was, but even so, hope you can fix it one more time.
So does I can't remember his name. Barda. The Oberleutnant Barda, I think, was a pilot.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up again.
Have you ever thought of staying away from biplanes?
No. There's nothing wrong with being bi.
Okay. Black Hat says, hello, Black Hat. Mark City says, good morning, everyone. Hello. Julian, evening, Duke. Morning, Jim Stripe Skunk. Kevin, good day to all. Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
Julian, I thought that was John then. Julian, morning, Kieran. I was going to say, wow, you got a really high-pitched voice today, John.
Thank you very much.
Jim, good morning, Julian. Julian, morning, Phil. Kieran, morning, Julian. Jim, the striped skunk is a very cold -21 this morning. Wow. Jim says, hi, Black Hat, and hi, Mark. There we go. So, I was trying to think of ways I can raise this submarine up to the right level. And I came up with the idea of using plasticard. Not plasticard, foam board.
Okay.
So the question is now, do I just cut out the shape of the submarine on the foam board and then have it raised up like that? Or do I fill the whole bottom up? I think the best idea might be to cut it out to the shape of the submarine.
Okay.
I think. If it goes wrong, I'm not going to worry about it. I've got plenty.
Of submarines?
No, foam board.
Foam board. Right.
Gina says, hi, Kevin. Mark says, morning, Julian. How's it going? Jim says, commence with the funny things. Julian, it's going, Mark. At least I think it is. For those that are on the Discord, have a look on the video links part. Because Julian's put a video up there of him wearing his new respirator, pretending to be Darth Vader. It is bloody hilarious. It's only a short clip, but it's really funny. Yeah. Mark pen. Or pencil. Pencil will do. Let's do that. That way. Oh my goodness, even that's too short. Okay. That'll do. Gary says, "Morning, troops. Good morning, Gary. Have you heard duty rumor in the Discord about you, Gary?"
Did you say juicy rumor or duty?
Duty rumor. We've started a duty, or I started a duty rumor based on a comment that somebody said. Dieter says, "I think that my first funny build would be a Dio of Alan Shepard golfing on the moon. Fun fact, he actually did that in 1971 with Apollo 14, going for miles and miles and miles." Now that doesn't look dodgy at all.
If it's pointed at the end like that, I think you've got an issue.
If it's pointed at both ends, you've really got an issue.
Yeah.
Gary says, "Oh dear God, what now? I'll look." Nigel says, "Morning, decal day today. Nice. Is it decal, or decal?"
Stickers.
So that is the question.
What am I after? 3D8.
Julian says, "Morning, Commander Evans." Black Cat says, "Oh my God, I just cut a tiny piece of wire off a long section and it's gone flying across the room." Duke says, "Mikey, did you say that you were using resin for the water?" I'm going to fill it with foil and paper. Then I'm going to cover it with PVA and kitchen roll to sort of smooth out a little bit. Paint it. And then probably put some UV resin or something over it. Or some Mod Podge or something. When I need to raise it up to the right level first. Duke also says, Black Cat, "Oh no, the carpet monster has got it." I think a knife might be a better way of cutting this. And Phil says, "It's water slide transfers, Mikey." Ah, very good. And just looking down. Yeah, that's working better. So, we know what Black Cat's doing. He's currently searching for tiny little pieces of wire. What's everyone else up to? Sharp knife. I've got too much stuff in the drawer. Let's take measure doing that. 16 people watching. Don't forget to comment and join in the chat. If you're new here, don't be afraid.
We don't buy.
Bite too hard. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Cool. So, John, other than trashing your plane, what have you been up to today?
Just stuff. I had to go and get another doctor's certificate for inability to work to keep my pension going, which is odd because the DVA, the Department of Veterans Affairs, have written me up as a permanent incapacity. So I don't know why every 6 months they're wondering why it's still permanent. So what's happening is it's annoying my doctor every time I go down there and say they need this. They what?
Yeah.
Does he still need the equipment in his spine? Well, yeah. Like his view is, if any doctor wants to remove the screws and rods that are holding my spine together, then they'd be struck off. So yes, I'm going to die with them. I'm buried with them. So yes, it's permanent. Why do they keep asking? Yeah, we know. So
well, they might not bury it. They might cremate you. In which case, they get them back.
They get them back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can go back to the medical trade.
Well,
It's like if you pass and you have a pacemaker, you can actually donate your pacemaker to a dog.
Oh, I mean, woof.
Yeah, they use old pacemakers and they give them to vets for dogs who need them.
Yeah, that's cool. Pacemakers are tiny.
Yeah.
Duke says, John, you're talking in a bucket again.
Oh, let me fix that for you.
June says, oops, I nearly forgot to click the like button, although I'm already subscribed. It's funny, that, isn't it? June says, it's funny, that, isn't it? June says, in or to a bucket, Duke? If he's talking to a bucket, I'd be very worried.
Wouldn't that make us the bucket? Because he was talking to us.
Well, it depends how insane he's got. He might talk to a literal bucket.
Very true.
If his cheese has slid fully off his cracker. You never know with our John.
I should be back again. Can you hear me properly?
Yes. That's much.
It's out of the bucket.
Dieter says, hit the button, Julian. Hit the frigging button. Dieter says, well, if there's a hole in the bucket, he could talk to it, I guess.
Dear Liza, dear Liza.
Mm. Okay.
All right. So let that dry a bit.
Plastic foam board is tough. Oh yeah.
So Waitrose Gary is assembling the north wing.
He's gone to check on Discord, I think, at the minute, to see what rumor was started about it.
Mm.
It's a funny one. I think he'll like it.
You know what? It's going to take a while. I'm just going to paint it. This is white grey. Instead of painting it by brush, I'm just going to jump across to the booth. There's a couple of things I'll spray as well, so I'll have a rethink of that.
Okay, buddy. Dieter says you can tell John knows his classics. Ha
Yeah. Yeah.
June says, I have now hit the like button, Hagrid, although 4 of our lovely watchers have not. Hint. Duke says, if he puts a string on the end, he can talk to someone else. Yeah, he could. Only if the string's held tight, though. June says, only if they have a bucket too, Duke, otherwise he'll be talking to himself. And Nigel says, the button has been hit. Thank you very much,
Lovely.
Nigel. I hope you give it a suitably good B slap. Slap that button, silly. Hey, there we go. That's one. I think it's going to need another one to make it high enough for it, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. One more. It's a good job I have plenty of plastic card.
Indeed.
Foam board. God damn it, why do I keep getting them two mixed up? Because I'm thick as mint.
Silly.
I thought you were going over to the spray booth, John.
Yeah, well, these are I've got 4 brake shoes that pressed from the ring onto the rotating bit. Now they're going to be a mix of aluminium and steel, so I figure I'm going to paint them as well. So I'm trimming them up before I jump across to the booth.
Good effort.
So I'll be there in a minute. Don't you worry about that.
No, I just thought I'd lost track of time or something. Oh no, don't want to cut from a hologram one.
That's why I still have my old cutting mat. So I've got the ones with my stickers on, the one with my stickers on, and then I've got my old one still.
Yeah. My
So I
old
don't
one
cut through anything.
Julian says the like button has been thrashed to within an inch of its. Well, no, all I did really is click the thumbs up thingy. That's all it needs.
Thrash that thing.
Yeah, give it a good whooping. Pete says, oops, John said, don't worry. And bam, the Baywatch theme song hit my mind.
I've never seen that show.
You've never seen Baywatch?
No, I've seen both of them, but I only in ads, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't worry, John. I haven't watched them either.
Oh, good.
You're a bit young for the original ones, aren't you? In fact, I don't think they'd have been out when you were born, would they? Or just after you were born.
94. End of 94.
Yeah. They're sort of mid-90s.
I don't think they were out in that show either, but they may as well have been.
One of the worst music videos I ever saw was one done by David Hasselhoff. It's called Get in My Car, and the whole song is him. Bear in mind, he's like 50 at this point. Driving his car slowly along the curb next to this girl that's blatantly like just older than like 19, 20 or something. And the whole song is him pestering her to get in his car and go with him. How they got away with it, I don't know.
So did she at the end?
I think so. It's just literally just him pestering her to get in the car, so saying that he'll take her home and everything afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you heard the sequel that came out a year and a half after that? It's called Does This Smell Like Formaldehyde to You?
Does this smell like chloroform? It's amazing the chemicals you used to be able to get hold of.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
I said you used to be able to get hold of. I didn't say you went to get hold of them, John.
No,
Although it does explain Bron.
Oh, even Willow's saying, what?
I'm guessing you heard that. The funny thing is, she was on the windowsill behind me.
Yeah.
You're pretty loud.
Dieter says, "Oh, so that is why it's dangling through my screen now, Julian. Bouncy thumbs up, buddy."
Hello.
2 seconds. Julian said, "John, what you thrash should probably be kept in private." That'd be a bit like flogging a dead horse. Nigel says, "We used to call it bum watch."
Oh, you're watching the wrong bits then.
Yeah. Oh, your camera playing up again.
No, she's done something with my mouse. I guess seriously, I cannot find my mouse at all. It's not on the screen. What the hell has she done? Oh my god.
Oh no.
Willow, what have you done?
I'll cover for you, don't worry.
Thank you.
Has she switched your mouse off?
Do you know what? Probably because she jumped on
Julian says, Hagrid. Hagrid said, "The less said about what's dangling, the better."
Fair.
Hagrid, bless her. Yeah. Dieter, I shared the opening credits on Discord, but it's rather about the song anyways. Video, watch at your own risk. Yeah. Dieter says, "Hello, Willow. What is happening outside, Lassie?" Because Willow is a girl.
Indeed she is.
There you go. It's about the right height. I think. Maybe, yeah. Once it's squeeze it down. I'll just put it like there. Dieter says, "Yay, I missed my key." Oh, she's done it again.
No.
And it's back again.
There's so many bloody USB club ports. It's ridiculous. Sorry about this. There we go. I do apologize.
Dieter says, Willow is a lassie, not a lassie. No. Yeah, she's a wee lassie.
My mouse is back.
Yay.
I had to unplug it and plug it back in.
Right.
It looks odd.
Yeah, I think that should work. Maybe. I'm never very confident in myself, in my decisions. That's it. No, that's too high. Something like. Yeah, that's probably actually all right. First one. Yeah. Dita says, furry lassie.
It says Fury. It says Fury and then corrects himself.
Yes. I know what he meant. See, I'm not picking on him. Not like our modders here.
I wasn't picking on him.
Let's see. Oh, right. So fit that. No. Right, so it's going to be that one. So let's trim that down a bit. The back end. Dita says, Fury, furry, lassie, willow, kitty, everyone happy now?
I think everyone but Willow, she's got in a huff. But that's just typical Willow.
Go. Right. So the question is, how am I going to stick that onto the other one? Super glue gel should work, I think. Julian, part 1. Hagrid reminds me of talking to Mum on Christmas, watching a choir murder. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I muttered, I know what I wish, Mum, and Mum said, shut the F up. So I know what I wish. Mum said, shut the F up. Part 2, I said, no, I was thinking pick a key, any key, and stick to it. Mum said, oh. Oop, right. Super glue. Where are you? That one will do. Ooh, actually, you know what I can try. I can try some plastic weld. Styrene, butyrate, IABS, acrylic, and perspex. Cool. So that should work for foam board. Brush. Jim said, I'll share the link to a very good video from the History Chap about the surrender of Singapore, 15th of February 1942. Worth viewing. Okay.
Yep.
Ow. Junior says, thanks, Jim. I'll give it a watch. We have some really good people on this channel.
We do.
We have some utter gits as well, but
yeah, John.
Try. First time using this plastic weld stuff. Apparently it's very good. Let's find out. Oops. I got it from Battle Games. If it's good, then I might just replace my Tamir Extra Thin with this in future. It's about half the price as well. Ooh, 19 people watching. Nice. So what you're doing, if you've not been here before, I imagine most of you have been here before. It's similar viewing figures as normal. So, yeah. Feel free to join in the chat if you want to. If you don't, that's fine as well. Doesn't seem to glue to that. Let's have a look. Oh wow, it evaporates real quick. That could be why.
Is that good or bad?
I'll tell you if it works. May need to. No, it's not going to stay. All right for small bits, I think. Like putting models together, but not so much gluing models to big pieces of board. Plus, it's foam board, so it might be the wrong type of plastic as well.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks like it's in a medicine ball.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's not actually in a medicine bottle. It's in a bottle that looks like a medicine bottle. Don't worry, I'm not mixing chemicals with my wife's meds. That would be very illegal and dangerous. So, time for plan B. Let's go for super glue. Matthew says, morning, all. Good morning, Matthew. Say hello, John.
Hello, Matthew.
I was still expecting him to say hello, John.
So was I.
You were debating it, weren't you?
Of course.
Julian said, my first kit for a few decades arrives today at 4 p.m. 172 FX starter set Hurricane. Nice.
Good choice.
Awesome.
You'll enjoy it. I hope you'll. Now. It is very quiet in here today.
Yes.
Shit. Let's put some music on, shall we?
Oh.
What should we go for? We'll go for not blasting our eardrums out. How's that?
That's fine.
Yeah. Don't know what it sounds like because I can't hear it on mine. Dieter says, so that would be a starter cane then, Julian. Actually, I might use boss stick. Less likely to react. Oh, now I can hear it. Sprue's in. He says, hi, Mikey, Tiff, John, and chat. Hello, Sprue.
Hello, Sprue.
How the devil are you?
Kind of missing the live streams he does.
Yeah. Just taking a break for a while, isn't he?
Yeah.
A bit of self TLC.
Yeah. Everyone needs that once in a while.
Yeah. That's why I generally don't do any streams or anything on a Sunday.
Oh. Moving across to the bench. Well, that booth, I should say.
All I do is chill out, have a lie in, chill out, and then play D&D with some other veterans from M4H. Which is a lot of fun. Don't know what I'm going to do this Sunday because we're not doing it this Sunday. Timmy! He says, hi all, hope everyone is doing well. Hello, buddy.
Oh, just peachy.
Does anyone want to come up on the panel and join in? If so, we can put the link in. Just let us know. Duke says, good day, Timmy. Well, that's worked. There you go. So sand that down and put that in there like that. Like so. Ooh. The numbers have suddenly shot up as somebody's live stream finished.
Ah, it's because Timbo's here.
Ah, well, yeah, you know.
You want me to put the StreamYard link out, Mikey?
Yeah, you can do if you want.
It's not if I want, it's your stream.
Well, that's true, but yeah, go on then. So, Modder's going to put Modder's just put the link in the chat. If you want to come up on the panel, feel free. Have a natter with us. Give us something to talk about. Ooh, John's vibrating.
Yeah. Wonder if Mr. Evans got lost in Discord.
I think he may have done. One for you there, Tiff.
Where's Sonic? There's a place where he is called the Men's Shed, and it has like a big train layout. So he's there. Because the guy who runs the train part of it is there only on a Tuesday, so it's the only time he can really go down, and he's trying to test all of his trains just to make sure they're all still working. So he's got himself a membership to the Men's Shed, and he just has to pay £1 every time he goes in to help with the electric bill.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think
He's off there with his friends.
I think blokes do need time just with other blokes. I think it's important.
Yeah. The guy who runs the trains and stuff, he also builds models
Yeah.
And they actually display them in the window for sale. I
Yeah.
sell them. But sometimes they sell the kits off. It's at Stormovic. That's where I got that from.
Yeah.
It's like kits this guy doesn't really want. So Sonic's actually talking to him about me possibly getting some of like the vehicles and stuff, like how much he wants for them.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to build them.
What do you think, John?
Of the men's shed?
No, do you think it's important that men sort of have time on their own with other men? They do hobbies.
It's to each their own, I'd say. Like some people, I think everybody feels. I mean, people would say that they're a loner. They prefer to be alone and all this sort of stuff. I think at a certain level, everybody craves a bit of company with like-minded people. Mm-hmm. So wherever that is, whether it be the golf course or on a fishing boat or wherever, I think, I do. I think while you're active, get out and be active. Is my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's not say a sensible answer. What's wrong with me? Maybe I need to have a lie down.
Have you had a stroke this morning?
No, I know. I didn't go near it at all.
Jim says link posted in Discord. Cool. Jim says greetings, Sprue. Sprue says hi, Jim. Jim, good day, Timothy Evans. Julian, evening, Tim. Ian, hello all. Just waking up. Got a few days off work. Just putting the kettle on. Excellent. Mine's a coffee.
Very good.
Yeah, I'll take a tea. I went to make one and my milk's off.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Do you want to go down the shop and get some?
No, it's fine. I'm wearing my pajamas. I'm not going down the street in my pajamas.
No.
I sit down the street.
How un-Australian.
I'm not one of these school mums who likes to drop the kids off at school.
You're not chapstick,
then?
No. Julie says hi, Sprue. And hi, Ian. And Sprue says hi, Julian.
So there's an organisation called the Men's Shed in Australia, but it tends to be more of the woodwork and lathes and making kids' toys, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I haven't joined just because, well, I do make things with wood, but they're probably a little bit more, for people that aren't that good with machines and that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was an electrical fitter to begin with, and I'm quite confident at a lathe and all that stuff. I think. I'd like to think.
There's a fellow that used to go to our Moz Heroes group. He's in the Army Intelligence Corps.
No such thing.
Yeah, he owns a hotel now, but in his back garden, he's got like a massive shed with all lathes and woodworking tools and everything. And his hobby is making wooden toys to donate to kids' charities for them to sell off for the kids. for local orphanage and things. And he literally makes massive, like, wooden, like, Rolls-Royce cars and things like that. They can be played with by kids. So he makes them and then just takes them up to the orphanage so they can sell them. And that's just his hobby. Jimmy says, oops, I knew I forgot something. Just ordered canopy mast from the Hurricane from C-Scale Models. Don't worry, dude. Don't forget, it's a hobby. It's not all compulsory. You don't have to get everything.
That's right. Yeah, if there's an aircraft that is calling out for canopy masks, the Hurricane is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good purchase. And they're not that expensive. They're worth the money. And you can actually reuse them again. Should you wish.
Sprue says, be right back. Okay, Sprue. Blackheart says, speaking of tea, is English breakfast simply called breakfast in the UK? It depends. If it's a full English breakfast, it's called a full English breakfast.
Sorry, it's called what?
A full English
I
breakfast.
think he's talking about the drink tea.
Yeah.
Oh. No, we've got breakfast tea as well. It's just a specific flavour of tea, isn't it?
Oh, so English breakfast is, it's like Earl Grey and that sort of stuff. Do you not have that there?
Yeah, we do. It's just not a lot of people have
breakfast. Oh, really? No, it's one of the most popular ones here.
Yeah,
It's not very
stuff
popular here.
like PG tips and Yorkshire tea and things.
Oh, good old Yorkshire tea.
I'm not keen on it. Kay drinks red bush tea, or rooibos, as it's called in Afrikaans. Really nice. There's no caffeine in it or anything.
It's just about to say it's decaf.
Yeah, it's really nice. Jim says, for those participating, have you decided on a kit for the 48 and 48 M4H weekend next month? I have my model chosen. I haven't.
I have a choice of sorry.
You went really high pitched then.
I have I have a choice of two.
Dogs come running to the door or something.
No, I thought, I don't know. I just went high pitched. What can I say? I think James has asked for people if they want. It's basically more of an idea than anything else. Either a Tamiya 48 scale Sherman of some derivative, or an Airfix 148 scale Supermarine Spitfire of any mark derivative. So that's the thing. I'll get my choice of two.
Well, I've got an Academy Spitfire, but do I really want to do another Spitfire just yet? That's the question.
So the lighting isn't going to be terribly good here, but this is one of them. It's a 48 scale older Airfix Spitfire Mark 1.
Yeah.
Mainly because I've got an Edward one, but it's a Mark 1B, so it has the cannon. Whereas the Mark 1, before they had a B and C wing, they're all just Mark 1s, and they had just 8 guns instead of 4 303s and 1 or 2 20mm cannon. So I had that Mark 1, which I was going to do not with these decals because they're probably shot, but I was going to do the DB ones, the Douglas Bader ones, because I had them in the other kit. Or I bought that last year for the 48 and 48. And I'm still thinking, I don't know, because it's simple enough. It's only like 2 sprues and it's not many parts, but I did buy the photo etch for it because that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So now I'm just sort of, I could do another Spitfire, but admittedly I've just finished one not long ago. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, you did the Hawk 2 one, didn't you?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Where's my gunmetal gone?
Jim says, for the... Oh, yeah, I've just read that one.
Yeah.
God, blimey.
I left it up whilst we were discussing it.
Jim says, Black Hat, love the model work you do. Have subbed to your channel and regularly view it. There we go. Kieran says, isn't English breakfast just a fancy name for ordering tea when you're in a coffee shop? Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a phrase, I think. Black Hat says, thanks, Jim. Appreciate your feedback and subbing. Jim says, not that I know of, Kieran, unless you mean the product English breakfast tea, not the meal, the English breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant. I thought it was on.
No, it's just certainly a flavour here. English breakfast. Most of the time, if people are ordering a cup of tea, they'll ask for English breakfast.
If you said that over here, you get sausage, bacon, eggs, black pudding, beans.
Hash brown.
That wouldn't be a bad decision.
No.
Just initial surprise and then acceptance.
Yeah. And then, holy crap! I wasn't expecting it to be that much. This music's a bit repetitive. 2 seconds.
Well, look, in here is my spray booth extractor fan. So, where's my gunmetal gone? Well, I have too many
I need
paints
to download
apparently.
some more off YouTube Studios.
Ah, gunmetal. There we are.
What's that one like? I can't hear it.
It's funky.
Yeah, that'll do that. There you go. Kieran says, yes, I thought we were talking tea the drink, not full English the meal. Jim says, I have come with a cross subject covering both suggestions concerning M4H Weekend, the Tamir 148th scale Spitfire Mark 1.
Oh, that ticks all the boxes.
Yeah. I don't have an Airfix. I've got Airfix Messerschmitt and Airfix Hurricane in 148. Well, I'm not doing them in 48 hours. I want to take my time with them. Timmy says, I'm an Earl Grey man myself. You like an old grey man? Nigel says, woohoo! Posty just delivered the Tamir 132 Grumman F14A Tomcat. Nice.
Oh,
And John's
very nice. Well, I have. What a subject.
Sorry, Tiff.
I've heard worse. Don't worry.
That's better. Right. June says, okay, thanks, Kieran. Right. More Boston, I think. Aussie Ian says, good evening, all. Hello, Aussie Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
It'd be really weird if you started calling him Aussie Ian, wouldn't it?
Aussie Ian, yeah. Because again, he's like, there's not many people. Well, actually, more and more people on this stream are speaking with no accents, unlike you bastards.
Well, Australia is the second biggest demographic in the analytics.
Is it really?
Yep. It's UK, Australia, and America. The biggest demographic.
Unlike mine, which are like, yeah. Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan.
Yours isn't measured in countries. It's measured in 3-letter agencies. KGB.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
SB.
And my
CCP.
favorite is Bulgaria. Like the people that are watching from Bulgaria.
I think I had one from I think it was Uzbekistan or something. I was like, who the hell's viewing it there?
Hit him right in the Uzbeks.
Kieran says, Julian, I could be confused. Dieter, tea, Earl Grey, hot. Jean-Luc Picard. Yes. Jim says, good evening, Ian Mitzelberg. Ian, yeah, Nigel, I'd love that kit. Dieter, I have the 132 F-14B Tomcat in stash since 3 or 4 years by Trumpeter. Tomcat is already a big plane, but on that scale, it's a bit of a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Jim says, Nigel, wow, that's a big model kit. Yeah. Not as big as the 148 Lancaster, though.
Certainly fatter.
Yeah. Dieter, to me, is still such a fantastic kit, isn't it, Nigel? I want to call him Niggle, then.
You know, the F-111 is very slightly longer than the Lancaster.
Yeah. I was watching a short clip on YouTube this morning about the ejection pod on the F-111.
Oh, yes.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So ejecting things to eject the whole cabin.
It works. One of the guys that was blown out of one of ours in New Zealand went off to become the Chief of Air Force.
Yeah. So there you go. If you want to be the Chief of the Australian Air Force, all you got to do is crash your plane. And if you want to be the captain of a boat in their Navy, all you got to do is crash their ships.
Yeah.
Not that I'm implying they're incompetent.
No.
Duke says the Aussies just want to see John.
Oh, we know that's not true.
Nigel says, I do like it to make it. I've just finished a 132 Lancaster. Now that is a beast. Yeah, that'd be huge.
Don't think they do a 132nd scale Lancaster.
Yes.
They do a 48 one.
Yeah, they do 132 as well. Not to me.
Really? Oh.
I don't think he means to me. I think he just means a 132 Lancaster. Generally.
Yeah.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Does.
It says, I have the old 148 Lancaster in stash. It's in black plastic. Ooh. The mold. Yeah.
Nobody seems to want to join us today.
Oh, well, that's all right.
We haven't seen you for a while, Jim. If you're free, jump on in.
I just realised, why are we still on... Got John Huge. There you go. Nigel says, it's a Hong Kong models Lancaster.
Ah,
the 132.
very good.
See, that makes more sense.
I've done their 48 scale one. It's a gorgeous kit. Loved it.
Not sure if that needs another shim. Jim says, Nigel, do you have a spare home or rent a hangar at a local aerodrome to store these massive airplane kits? Julian, if you want to be a base commander in the United States Air Force, just eject from a perfectly working F-16 while trying to take a pee. The worst thing is, he'd have ejected, and then as he's descended, it'd have caught up with it. It'd have caught up with the pee. Dieter, why would you do that, Julian? Because on the F-16, the ejector handle's between the legs. Julian, good evening, Ian. My brain could not get my head around what that was said then. Very strange. Does it need another ship? Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Nigel says, no, but my shed's a bit full. I'm not surprised. Blackcat says, speaking of big kit, I have the 148 bloody 100 B-17 kit. Now I have to store it if I build it.
Nice choice.
Mm.
I won't be doing a large B17. I did the Airfix one a few months ago in 72nd, and that sort of sated my my appetite for B17 for the time being.
Yeah, same here. I did 172nd Hasegawa one.
You did. Yeah, you did.
Still need to put the decals on that, like. I managed to do battle damage. It's not battle damage, it's crash damage. Because the co-pilot accidentally pulled the undercarriage retract lever as they're still going down the runway. Taxiing down the runway. So it's why have I got that so small? What the hell? Stupid boy. Junior says, I'm guessing because you're an idiot, Hagrid. Not you, obviously. Phil says, nice, Black Hat. Just finished mine last week.
Very good.
Excellent. Dieter, idiots don't fly the F-16 either. Well, normally.
Ooh, speaking of 148, I was just getting a text from Sonic about the kits that this guy has that he doesn't want.
Yes.
So far, the only one he's seen that he's wanting to sell is a Zvezda.
Yeah.
148 scale Su-2 Soviet bomber.
Oh,
Su-2.
That'd be a big one.
I'd have to look up what that is. I can't recall. I'm not that familiar with Russian air.
And he
Yes,
wants 25 quid for it.
That's not bad, actually.
I'll probably give him 30 just because it goes towards the charity that the men's shed support for men's mental health.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
There we are.
Yeah. So one more shim.
Okay.
It's a weird word. Shim. Oh dear. Don't die, modders.
I'm not, don't worry. Scale Model Shop have it for $33.75.
There you go. A bargain. Phil says, nice, Black Hat. Just finished mine last week. Nice. Dieter, idiots don't fly the FC. I've just read that one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I must be behind. I'll just go through them until...
Yeah, Black Hat. I've got a similar problem with my B-36. I've got a feeling I might have a similar problem with my Vulcan, 172 Vulcan as well.
Mine's in a cupboard.
Yeah. I don't have cupboards. Black Hat says, I have to say, I had the opportunity to chat with the owner of Hong Kong Models, and their 132 kits coming this year are going to turn me into an aircraft modeler. Jim says, someone either still does or did at one time produce a 148 XB70 Valkyrie. Wow.
Oh, wow. That's huge.
Yeah. Julian, Tiff, ask Sonic why he's left me to drag the channel's level down to the gutter on my own. Black Hat says lots of bits of aircraft. Ooh.
You're doing a wonderful job of it, Julian.
Yes. Dieter says, bloody hell, Jim, the 172nd is already a big shelf queen. Ian says, yeah, I have the Italeri version, Jim. And he says, I think it was AMT originally. Dieter, which is indeed a rebox of the 18. So the issues are the same. There we go. Julian, Jim, Alex Mann built one recently on live stream. I think it was an Aurora Models reboxing of the AMT ERTL kit.
I'm going to have a look at the instructions for this Soviet bomber. Oh, wow.
The Su-27, I think that's the one that they keep trying to fly over the UK.
It's just the Su-2. It's not a 27. It comes, by the looks of it, with a shadow stand as well.
Ooh. There you go. Perfect. So I'll let them set a minute. Ooh. Yeah. That's about right, I think. I think. Therefore I am. Julie says, that's right, Ian. It's Larry, not Aurora. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Instructions are rather complicated. Oh my god, does that have is that photo etch?
Holy.
Mm.
Ian, Alex built his XB70 really fast as you need 3 arms sometimes at the early stages. There you go. Julian says the destruction is diabolical. The wings are upside down. Oh. Oh, there you go. The Su-2 is not bad. Nice plane. Plenty of canopy glass for you to be masking off.
Let me Google that.
Peter says the Su-2 is a single-engine light bomber that could also be used as a dive bomber and ground support aircraft. She was a bit underpowered, but would become a good stepping stone for other machines. There we go. See, we learn so much on this channel. Jim says, having seen the real XB-70 in person at the United States Air Force Museum in Ohio, it is an enormous aircraft. It is.
Okay.
Black Hat says, school night for me, so good night, team. See you all again soon. See you later.
Here's my cat.
Catch you later.
It doesn't look too bad. You're right.
Looks like a nice plane, to be fair. Gina says, the kit's so big, the canards look like the wings of a Vulcan. George says, have seen the wreck of the TSR-2 after being used for target practice. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw a photo of that, of course.
It's one of the things I always found quite sad on military ranges and stuff, train areas and things. All these really interesting old vehicles like stalwarts and things like that, just parked up and just peppered with bloody rifle bullets and rust and things like that. I always found that quite sad. Julian, good night, Black Hat. Jim, take care and be seeing you, Black Hat. Julian, good, even. Peter, take care, Black Hat. George, well, a photo of it. Peter,
yes,
George, that hurts. That hurts so much to know that the TSR-2 was disposed of in such a sad way. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I remember one train area, they used to have scamels and everything on the scamel commanders and things. I used to find it really interesting to look around when I had time.
Yeah, there's a place in Australia in the Snowy Mountains called Scamel Lookout.
Is it?
Named after the vehicle because it's the only vehicle they can get there during the snowy, what they call the Snowy Mountain Project.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I think that tail end needs to come up a little bit. Or the front end needs to go down a bit. I'm not sure. It'll do. Paul Marley's in. He says the wings are upside down. At least they're not on back to front, right, John? They're not on at all, mate.
Mate, look at this.
And for once, it wasn't him.
It happened again.
Right. So what I'm going to do now is glue that in, I think. Get it glued in.
Ah, bugger. Got that wrong.
George says it is rather sad or inevitable. The TSR-2 is a fantastic airframe, but the avionics radar system may have never worked, so the TSR-2 may have been a dead-end plane anyway.
Personally, I think it would have been. Just my own opinion.
As a aviation electrician.
Yeah. So I think the wing wasn't large enough to... So all aircraft over their lives, Tomcat, whatever you want to look at, they grow lumps and bumps as time goes on. I think the wing area of the TSR-2 would have been too small to be effective for any mission apart from the only one it was designed to do. And all aircraft these days have to be multi-task, multi-mission. So I think it would have been. I think multi-role. I think the F-111 would have been a better purchase for the UK, but you never went ahead with that either.
No.
Because we loved it, as you probably know, the Australians fell in love with it. Cost a lot of money to keep running, but it was a hell of a deterrent. So I think it was a great purchase.
Yeah. Dieter says, brotherly love, Paul. Julian, 1 RF squadron used a replica Tallboy 10-ton World War II bomb as a gate guardian. Went to remove it and realised it was a real thing. Cue EOD being called in a big hurry. Yes, I imagine so. Julian says, good evening, Paul. And Paul says, what happened to your Fokker?
Yeah, it was being transported to Frontline to go in the cabinet. My daughter threw something in the back seat. She was in the passenger seat, threw something on the floor behind her, and it was sitting on the floor behind her. And she saw me put it there. She just forgot it was there. So, yeah, I heard a crack. And, everything's broken off. It's remarkably, let's see. You probably can't see it. You can. So the undercarriage is off, but the bracing wires are still on it, which is odd. So, I might be able to fix it. I don't know yet. We'll see. Should be able to. If I can fix a Cuddy Sark, I can fix that thing.
Yeah, you've got the skills, John. You can do it. Dieter says... Dieter says, yeah, and imagine that. The Grand Slam on the other side of the gate was a real one too. Someone forgot to remove the Torpex. Yeah.
Gunnies, hey?
Well, a lot of the time when they do, the army have tanks as gate guardians and stuff, they're still working tanks. They just drive them up onto a ramp or something by the gate.
Yeah.
And just lock it all down.
Yeah.
Or weld the doors shut and the hatches. Julian says, if I recall correctly, in Winkle Brown's biography, the TSR-2 got in the way of a new UK government cutting lots of defence spending. Why does that not surprise me?
It did. It was, while the politician that did it ended up being, just one of the biggest knobs that I think British Defence has ever had.
Tony Blair?
Cancelled everything except except the Buccaneer and the Harrier. Because they were too far advanced in development. Everything else stopped off because everything will be, drones back in 1956. You idiot.
George says they were going. Jim says TSR-2 and P1127 were both cancelled at the time. But wasn't the P1127 just the sort of
the prototype for what became the Harrier? Yeah. So what you're thinking is a P1154, which would have been the supersonic version of the Harrier that was never developed.
There we go.
And if you want to see a sexy plane, let me Google that for you.
Ooh la la.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's good. There we go. That's a bit of a mock-up, but you get the idea.
Ooh, it looks fast as well, doesn't it?
Mm.
It looks like it's built for speed.
Oh, that's not it. So, yeah, the P1154. I reckon. Here we go. So this is like a. Yeah, you get the idea.
Nice.
Nice, isn't it? Just a mock-up, of course. But it's a good looking thing. It's a lot longer than a Harrier. Yeah. Duncan Sands was that politician's name. It's the worst defence politician I think that the UK government has ever had.
Not that what we're talking about politics.
Well, it's about time. It's been an hour and a half. No, the guy's dead now anyway. It's all right.
I don't know what to say about that.
How about a little hooray? Nah.
No, because I'm not a bastard.
No, he had like his sex scandals and everything. He was, think of like the guy without pants in Ghosts, that wonderful series. He's like that. In fact, that was based on him.
Right.
Yeah, he's a knob.
And in other news, Dieter says German 71st Fighter Squadron Richthofen had a few of her more colourful phantoms as gate guardians. They kept opening cockpits to scavenge parts from it. Solution: put a big old padlock on it. Yes. That's why they used to weld the doors of the gate guardians as well. You can't really do that on a plane. Jim says, thank you, John. Dieter Yakovlev also had a supersonic version of the Yak 3638 Forger, the Yak 141 freehand. It ended up the same way as the Super Harrier. I remember our local college years and years ago, because it's also where they do the apprenticeships for Airbus. It had a Spitfire as a gate guardian, and then also because we used to have the local airfield used to be the Spitfire base that covered Liverpool during the war.
Yeah.
And they realised how valuable it was, so they took that away and replaced it with a Fairy Gannet. And then they realised how valuable that was. So years later, they took that away as well. But it used to be really cool driving past and just seeing this Fairy Gannet sticking up in the air.
Yeah, they're large, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they've replaced it with a Jet Provost now.
Oh, well, it's not as nice.
No. I know they've certainly got a Jet Provost in the workshops at the back, because our workshop where we did motor vehicle maintenance was in the next room, the adjoining room. So we used to sneak around and just mess around with their Jet Provost when they weren't watching. Dieter says, funny enough, Trumpeter offers that aircraft with their Kuznetsov carrier kits.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Also, if you ever go to Chocks Away Diner which is on Harden Airfield, it's like a restaurant at the end of Harden, on the side of Harden Airfield. It's actually part of the sort of airfield area, but you can just go in there for a meal and stuff. You can actually walk around the sort of outer perimeter fence, and they've actually got old jets there. And we walked around one bit, and we actually found a bit between two hangars where they stored all the old Strike Master and MiG parts and things like that. They were all just left there to rust. And we're like, oh wow! So we're looking through it all, and they started all the controls in and stuff like that. Right, I need to build up this bottom layer now. Now the question is, what am I going to use?
Right, so let's get this thing happening. I'm not sure exactly where I need to put blue, so I'll just put a little bit sparingly around a couple of places and do the last bit last.
June says, best story of scavenged parts I heard was in 1982 Falklands War Black Book missions. They wanted a refueling nozzle for a Vulcan. The sergeant recognised it as the ashtray in their mess. Yes, they did. And without that, the whole mission would have failed, because that was the main part of the main key to the mission. was the refueling plan. Phil says, Mr. Hughes' YouTube channel recovered and revived a Chieftain gate guard. The engine had been removed and the bay filled with concrete. Yeah. They also did retrieve one that was actually still running as well. Or they drained the engine out to get rid of all the old fuel and everything, and put new filters on and stuff, and then started it up.
There you go. Righty.
I know. Ian says, my second local military aerodrome had a Canberra and a Lightning outside. Yep, they're gone. Replaced by fiberglass replicas of an S-22. The local airfield where I am now, they've got a Tonka sat outside.
Nice.
Yeah, big GR4.
So yeah, my view is if you put something in a park somewhere, like as I used to, people will want to climb on them, regardless of whether they know whether they're quite agile or not. But not everyone is. So I do understand how it's a bit of a risk. But the fact that if you get a modern aircraft like a Hornet, you can literally get into most panels with either a screwdriver or an Allen key. Yep. You can't have that, and you can't weld them shut because they're all composite material. So I understand why they don't do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, there's actually a company in the UK now. They actually make big fiberglass 1-to-1 scale Spitfires. Specifically for to use as gate guardians and things, museum pieces. Dieter says, laugh out loud, Julian. Now I imagine the first time they refueled with it, the whole cabin smelled of cigar ashes. Dieter, here in Belgium, we have an F-104 Starfighter for the Limburg Air Base. You can't miss it. A Dutch truck driver took that literally only a few weeks ago. Julian says, cigars? That'd be a bit posh for RAF ground crew, Hagrid. I don't know. You have met our Waitrose, haven't you? He wasn't ground crew, he was regiment. But, yeah.
So I dropped off the Tempest. The Tempest 2 at Frontline Hobbies, put in the cabinet there, and swapped it out with something that you guys haven't seen before. But Dieter would be probably interested in looking at an F-104.
Ooh.
This is a...
Make John grow.
Yeah, big Luftwaffe one with avionics bay open because I'm avionics. But yeah, looks good enough, I think. Yeah. Ooh, so this is a kinetic kit as well. So it's actually really, lots of lovely detail and no fit issues whatsoever. Blah 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 blah. Really nice build, I think. And I love the colours. But yeah, that bay is particularly striking, I think. Oh, cool.
Dieter says, fancy ashtray, fancy smokes. Julian says that interior looks fabulous, John.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all Edward after goodies because I do like a challenge.
Do you know what I always used to say when I first started modelling that I'd never get into aftermarket stuff because I didn't see the point. And to an extent, I still don't see a point doing it on everything. But if there's something that particularly catches my fancy, then I'll do it. Like the Harrier.
Yeah. Oh, I've really enjoyed the Harrier build. It's been really good.
Yeah. Well, 124, photo etched control panel stuff's going to look a lot better anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, mine's not the right colour, but I know it's there.
Yeah. I'm thinking because I haven't got a pilot for it, what I might do is have the canopy open so they can see it. I was debating the other night whether, because it comes with the shadow stand, so I was debating whether to have it on the stand without a pilot, or have it resting on its undercarriage, but the undercarriage on the Harrier is really spindly on the outriggers.
Yeah,
It's quite heavy kit, isn't it?
at that scale, it should be fairly chunky though. Yours, I think, maybe. I don't know.
Not too sure. Start with the undercarriage. Ian said we had a Vulcan here. They cut it up in situ and trucked the metal to Liverpool. I used to climb all over that Vulcan. Dad would lift me up into the exhaust. Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. I will be right back. I'm going to go make a drink of juice. 2 minutes.
Sorry?
Says I'm going to go make a drink of juice.
Okay. We'll let you off.
So,
We won't
to
deduct
this
your-
day, the weapon preparation area at one of our bases where the where all the V bombers would come and drop nukes in Australia because more real estate than the UK. To this day, that area is still called
Mhm.
Blue Steel. But the facility. But most of the people think it's named after the look in Zoolander because they don't know or care about
Because
history. It's just-
millennials.
Yeah, the millennials.
Yeah.
Okay.
Julian says
Yeah.
the parts may be aftermarket, John, but the modeler could still balls it up. You haven't. We won't mention a certain World War One fighter wing. Oops.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're just not going to live that down, are you, dude?
No, I don't think they'll let me know. That's okay. It's better than some other nicknames I've probably been told or called. None of which will be mentioned here, Mr. Marley.
Yeah, I mean, you were called Bob.
Alright. So, again, I'm going to try to get all these pieces to line up together. It's going to be interesting. Oh, come on.
Okay.
I'll do them separately.
I'm going to need a lot of super glue. Don't roll off the layer. 2 seconds.
Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Actually, I'll move that camera a bit closer so I can see what I'm struggling with.
It's all right. I just didn't want to deafen you all with the sound of tinfoil.
So it's not chocolate you're getting into?
No. I think they don't have chocolate. Honest. That's what I tell the nurse anyway.
Oh, come on.
Julian says, "Nah, we'll let you live it down, John. Probably just after the next boo boo."
Only a matter of time.
It's like call signs in the military, isn't it? You only get a call sign once you do a screw up.
Yeah. And then you always say, "Don't call me that." Well, that's
Yeah.
rags or bull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It was then I realised I was never going to get this thing together.
I used to get called Billy.
Why?
Why?
Mm.
What's my surname, Tiff?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So nobody in the military knew me as John. I was always Bob. For the same reason, and of course, even to the point of having airline tickets for rescues booked under the name of Robert and stuff like that. Everyone just assumed it was my actual name.
Yeah. And then you get to the airport and you got to explain yourself.
Yeah. That's what embassies are for.
We've got some more in. Julie says, so John's call sign is Wing, Mikey.
The Wing Wong.
That's nothing to do with your ears, by the way.
Okay.
Dieter says, nice manned missile, John. F-104G, from the looks of it, a machine of Jabbo 3-3. Nowadays, tactical Luftwaffe Squadron 3-3. Flying with Tornado nowadays. Beautiful.
Correct. I did recognise the same markings on the... I've got a kit of a Tornado ECR from Luftwaffe up here, and it's got, the same Jabbo markings.
Luftwaffe. That's what Corporal Jones in Dad's Army calls it, the Luftwaffe.
Luftwaffe.
The Luftwaffe. TBG's in. He says, hi, everyone. Hello, James.
Hello.
Hello.
I get all excited when new people come
in. Can tell.
New to the day stream, anyway. Dieter says, Julian, that should be Inverto now. Laugh out loud. No, Strutter. He's always breaking the strut. Ian says, hi, James. TBG says, hi, Ian. Dieter, haha, well, that makes sense, John. They could call you Bob, still cannot depict you with dreadlocks.
No. Neither could my unit, my woe.
I could imagine him after a spliff, though. That'd be funny. June must be a Harry Potter spell, Hagrid. Wingus Inverto. Dieter, you may be onto something there, Julian. And Julian says, hi, TBG. There we go. So we've got 20 people watching. Don't know how many likes or anything because I've not looked. But thank you all for coming in.
Last time I looked, there was 19.
Ooh.
Lovely.
We're doing well.
We are now on 20.
See?
So
reminders do help.
They do.
We're going for time. 20 minutes. I should be able to get this last couple of struts in 20 minutes. It's still a bit flimsy, but maybe I'll let that dry for a moment. Vertically. Oh, I'll hold it that way, actually. Let that dry for a bit before I put the last couple of struts in. All those. So, they're for the brakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got there 4. Oh no, there you go. Those 4 struts across the top here. So I'll leave that for a moment. Carry on with the brake shoes.
Ooh. I think once this is all glued down, it's going to look pretty good. TVG says, hi, Julian. Ooh, that looks fiddly, John. Don't drop it or break it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Don't put it on backwards.
Crap. Yeah. I mean, I love building biplanes, but I don't really love building them 2 or 3 times, you know.
At what point do you just go, sod it?
Well, I have. I haven't thrown many things in the bin, but yeah, the last one I did was the AMP's Supermarine S5. I found that unrepairable because it's a pretty crap kit and certainly not worth the purchase price.
Yeah.
But love the aircraft, and you know, I'd like to do another one and do it properly.
June said, "Oh, look who's decided to join us! It is our very own puddle pirate, Timmy.
Ahoy!
Hoi hoi!
Good.
Sorry, you were looking a bit lonely.
What did you say then, Tish?
Is that a haircut?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
oh,
right.
yeah,
You were
you-
here the other day.
You would have missed that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, this is what happens when you're on day off. You miss things.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm very
I-
sorry I had a hospital appointment.
Yeah, I got to live
She's
my
good
dream
now.
of spending my first year at uni as a long-haired hippie. So, yeah, got a haircut for second year.
Julie says, "Okay, what's wrong? There's actually been some modelling done. Am I in the right place?" What are you on about? We're all modelling. Don't know what you're talking about, mate. Julie says, "On the plus side, John, it's round, so upside down is still round."
Oh, this is true.
That's true. Okay, so I think super glue gel should do it. That should set nicely. Just have to remember to lay it out right away.
It's gluing pretty well.
Ooh. Glue spreader, where are you? There you are. TBG says, "I think John's been replaced with a pod person." I fear you may be right, TBG.
Yeah. No, he hasn't seen the damage, I think.
What, the damage to international relations we've caused over the course
Oh, no,
of the last 12
I haven't started there yet. You won't let me bring up sort of certain politics, but have I got things to say?
Ooh,
About Australia, actually.
Just remember, I'll have to try and keep this away from the bloody phone. Super glue and foam do not go well together. Luckily, I coated the bottom of the foam, or around the bottom of the foam, with resin. So that should be okay. Julie says, "Be right back, Kara's here." All right, buddy.
Very good.
All right.
Yes.
Oh. What are you working on, Timmy?
I'm just
You working
finishing
on
off
them?
the cockpit for the Sea Fury.
Ooh.
So I got one more gauge to put on, but you know, it's all sort of coming together. It's all a bit shiny at the moment, but from the pictures I saw, a lot of the seats had a bit of like quilting on the back.
Okay.
So, yeah. Although at the moment the contrast is too high, so I'll go back in with the green and dull that down a little bit, and then put a little bit of muck on the floor just so that silver's not as shiny. But at the moment everything's shiny because I hit it with a gloss coat for the decals. So Yeah, and then it'll be done. But the decals for the gauges are really nice in this kit. Like I love colourful gauges.
Yeah. Makes it more interesting.
Yeah, just something to look at.
Yeah.
Dieter says, struggling with a bloody laptop here. That is not being nice. If anyone wants to fling it, come on over. I'll get you a coffee. And Modder says, make it a hot chocolate and I'll be there. You're not supposed to be having hot chocolate. Little Miss Diabetes.
I can have the odd hot chocolate.
No.
Sure. Mr. I don't eat chocolate, so I tell my diabetic nurse. Can't tell me off for having a hot chocolate when you still eat normal chocolate.
Yeah, but I'm a big stupid bloke. You're not. You don't have that excuse. I'm a stubborn, silly bloke.
You have no idea how stubborn I can be, Mikey.
I can imagine. Having known you for 4 years.
Yeah, look, all the women in my family are very, very stubborn.
That does not surprise me.
Would you believe I just glued this seat backwards?
God.
But if I did tell anyone, they wouldn't know.
Did you actually?
Yeah. So here's the thing. So I'm doing that step there, right?
Yeah.
Which is the same as that one there, because they're both from step 5. So they both look towards, or at different directions, yeah? But the other one, on the previous page...
John, are you making excuses as to why you've cocked up again?
Yeah. So this one faces that way, like, with the U on one side. Whereas these ones face the other way. So yeah, I did. Oh well.
This is beginning to feel a little bit like Blue Peter for some reason.
Here's one I cocked up earlier.
We'll have to see if there's a model of General Grievous's bike from Revenge of the Sith, because there's only one seat on that. Pretty hard.
It's still going to way around. It'd put it upside down or something.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh God, Dieter, that sounds so dodgy, dude. Dieter says you're on Tiff. Single, double, deluxe, latte, or creamed?
Matron.
Yes. That's what I thought. That doesn't sound dodgy at all. Asking modders if she wants creamed. Good, that's slowly starting to stick. Excellent.
That makes me want to go to Greg's and get a bloody hot chocolate. I've got some. They do a really nice orange one, or they did at least.
I'm going to ring up your local Greg's and send them a photo of you and say, "You not serve this woman. She has diabetes. She cannot have anything sweet."
Mikey, in one of the local towns, there are like 6 Greg's.
I'll ring them all up.
It's just going to ring them all like in the 50-mile radius, and then all of the ones up by Sonic's as well.
Yeah.
I miss Greg's. Oh.
It's for your own good. It's only because I care.
Well, then I'm going to ring up all your local shops and tell them not to let you buy chocolate.
That's fine.
I'm going to send a picture
Absolutely.
of you and Kay. If she can't buy chocolate for you.
Kay's just come in.
Hiya.
Hi. Oh, God, we only got 9 minutes left.
Is it that way already?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it.
Does it?
Add an extra hour onto it.
Hey?
So that's an extra hour onto it.
You heard what she's just said?
Yeah,
I think so.
I must have an extra hour.
Yeah, she did.
That sounds like permission to me.
Well, sounds like an order.
Yeah. It does. Problem is, John gets told off if he stays up past his bedtime.
Yeah.
We don't want John getting told off
No.
because then he gets
And
grounded.
I have to get ready to go see my nana in hospital. Go and visit today.
Yeah. Dieter says John's ball tank got me thinking of the Men in Black 3 mono-wheel bikes until I remembered what he was building. Yay me!
Yeah.
Dieter says, P.S. got another funny build. Make a bonnet bus to look like a cat bus. I don't know what a bonnet bus is. Junior says, back. And he says, hi, Kaylee. How are you doing? She's just gone to make herself a brew. Kevin says, no chocolate. Oh, the tragedy. And Junior says, how's your nan, Tiff?
She's doing a lot better. She's actually working with the physio now instead of telling them to bugger off
Good.
and leave her alone.
That's good to hear.
But then again, she did get told off by me, my mum, my Uncle Jason, and my Auntie Sharon, and my Uncle Paul, like my nana's brother, because, you know, she wasn't working with them. We told her, if you don't start walking, you're not getting out of here for a while.
Yeah.
Because they said they're not going to let her go until she can at least support herself with a Zimmer frame.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Oh no, we got super glue on there. Problem is, pensioners of that generation, they're tough as nails, and they don't like to admit when they need help.
Yeah.
Saying that, I'm the same way. Maybe I was born in the wrong generation.
But like I said, all the women in my family are bloody stubborn.
Yeah. I can imagine. Having known you for 4 years, I can well imagine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Still strange to think it's been 4 years.
Yeah, it is. Julie says, glad I'm not the only one, Mikey. What's a bonnet bus, Hagrid? There you go. This is starting to look a little bit more like a water diorama now. Dieter says, bonnet bus is a bus with the engine in front with a bonnet to access it. Oh, you mean the Route Master buses?
That's pretty much any bus here in the UK.
Well, no, because the engines are in the back of a bus.
No.
No.
All the Arriva ones in the Go Northeast, the engine's in the front. Up here, at least.
Sure.
I've seen quite a few buses.
Are you absolutely sure that that's correct?
I've seen a few
They
up here.
haven't done them like that.
I've seen a few up here
Stop
with the
doing them
engine.
like that. There's a what? Sorry.
Seen a few like that up here. The engine in front.
Oh, come on, stupid phone. Hold on. Well, double deckers have the engines at the back. Single deckers do.
Yeah, all the
Sounds like
Australian
a-
buses have the engine in the rear. Apart from like
Yeah.
the very, very old, like independent ones.
Yeah, all the screens. There you go. All the I just typed in Newcastle buses, which is, I know it's not where you live, but it's near enough. But yeah, they're all rear-engined. They all have the engine under the back seat. That's why the back seats are higher up.
Oh, where the bad boys sit.
Yeah. The last, I think the last ones to have the engine at the front were the Route Masters, and they stopped doing it because it meant that the driver had less of a field of view, or they found that they had a better field of view if they put the engine at the back, and it had more traction going up icy roads and things because the extra weight. Why is that so zoomed in? There you go. Dieter says, I have a kit of such a bus. They're quite popular in South America and Southeast Asia.
Oh, okay.
Dieter says, so everyone knows what a cat bus is? A bus for cats, possibly.
Which the bus here, a bus full of cats.
Yeah. Or catalytic converters. Julian says, I suspect it was the hospital. Sorry, go on.
Oh, it's a cactus after you go to the dentist.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I've got that again tomorrow. Julian says, Tiff, I suspect it was the hospital's culinary efforts that was her incentive. If you don't walk, you'll keep getting hospital food. Hell, that would make me walk.
As far as we know, the only food she has been eating in the hospital is the desserts.
Yeah.
She's not a big eater. She eats very, very little. She's got a very sweet tooth, just like me.
Uh-huh.
Dieter says, if you want a picture of that bonnet bus, check Discord in 10 minutes. Okie dokie. Right. It is less than 1 minute to the 2 hour mark.
Yes.
We'll have that last comment. My uncle's mother-in-law broke her pelvis and was told not to do stairs. The day after her discharge from hospital he visited, she was stood on a chair on the upstairs landing. Right, so, John, what have you achieved today?
Well, I've managed to get the two halves of the wheel together. So the engine was misaligned because I'm good at that. But it should be right now. Yeah,
That
so
actually looks really nice.
Well, there's other bits to go on. So I think these are gunners' positions. They sort of sit on each side there. And then there's another, I think that's his driver's position there, but he sits facing the other way. A couple of those. There's brake shoes that go down around all those areas there. So they'll be painted a couple of different colours. And then exhaust stains, the exhaust pipe goes around, I think, on the outs. Well, let me hold it. Tweezers around on the outside of the wheel. Sorry, like that. And stuff. So yeah, once I pretty soon, next week I can start dirtying this up and all that sort of stuff like that. And eventually, of course, it'll go in the two halves of the ball, and that's how much you'll see. I think at the end. It's like quite a bit, really.
Are you going to leave
And
one
there's all-
side open a little bit?
I certainly. That's a plan. That's a plan. I want to have a cricketer, having a drinks break or something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nice.
we'll see. We'll see. It's it's now that I've got that engine sitting right. The rocket cover wasn't in line with that thing before. It is now, and that's drying pretty well. It's going to be it is. You can see with the amount of supports and everything else. It's a mini art kit. It goes together very well. That's me. That's what I've done.
Nice. What about you, Tim?
Just been, like I said, putting the decals on the gauges in there. So that's pretty much done now. So wait for that to dry, and then hit it with some matte varnish, and then that'll be ready to pop in there and kind of seal her up.
Cool.
See how the fuselage goes together.
Yeah. On Discord, Tim, last night I tagged you in a video about the Gurkhas. So you can look at the history of it.
Must have missed that. Thank you. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's on the Video Links channel.
Aces.
Cool. So for me, I have raised the submarine into place where I want it, and I've started doing tinfoil for the water. So I've got another couple of layers to go with that before I can spray it and stuff. But yeah, I think that starts to look pretty cool. And what I'll do is I need to fill those holes in and use some tinfoil to rough up the edges around the front of the cliff so it can look a bit more rocky. And then I might put some of the ballast chippings from my train stuff in there around the bottom. So look like rocks. Yeah, I'm quite liking that so far. There we go. So let's take me off big screen because you don't want to see me anymore. Well, you're gonna have to see my ugly mug now, but didn't realise didn't even have my lights on. There we go. There we go. So Dieter has added the cat bus too. Hopefully you'll see where Nia and I are going for. Nice.
Okay.
So thank you all for joining us all today. It's been lovely having you with us, as always. We're back Thursday with the SDKFZ 251/8 Kranken Panzerwagen with Mr. Morris and this one down here. The senior gentleman here.
The Steve Martin lookalike.
So that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully. Yeah. That's what I was going for. Steve Martin lookalike. So yeah, that should be fun. So do join us with them. And that's it for today. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you guys. It's been a lot of fun. John's got his hockey puck.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. It looks like a hockey puck when you hold it up.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it does. It's about that size. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty solid now.
You thought I said
it's cool. I thought you said I looked hot as... Anyway. But then I thought that can't be right. Yeah.
You're welcome, guys. So see you Thursday.
You're right.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.